Okay. So we've canceled our plans for Operation Husky. Reason being, the Soviet Union looks like it's on the verge of imminent defeat. And I know the Allies had a plan where if the Soviet Union did look like it was on the verge of imminent defeat, they would basically go straight to France. So that is what we plan on doing. So we're about to be in 1942 here. So we've got lots of choices of what we can start doing. Looking at our options. Logistics might not be a bad idea. Signals, but not a bad idea. Better stuff to build. Honestly, we just stripped down our factories, even on our artillery, so it's probably not the best one. Anti-air. High velocity gun. Better weapons. Well, lose some better weapons.
Ready, sir.
Okay. You're training. You guys are also going to start to train. Very short on certain kinds of equipment, but we're working on it. You know what? I take that back. You're not going to train because it's probably going to cost a little too much. It's not making much of what we need there. Yeah, we're not even up to one a day on those, so I think that is the right decision. Okay. Get these guys training. Yeah, we have no reason to fight over Italy right now. Pull those planes down. Okay. So the Indian fleet under Fraser. Who are we going to give command to? Fraser's a 3256. 33310 under Tovey. What the hell? Okay, apparently no one can coordinate a fleet like he can. I also think there's something bugged where, because I was just having so many commanders really just upping their fleet coordination level compared to anything else. Well, we'll give it to Tovey. Okay. So we could have you come out, but you still got a lot repairing here. And heck, need some ships to reorganized. The Japanese are still circling around us there. And honestly, I can get you guys out of there. That tile doesn't matter anymore.
Commands.
Okay. Mariana region? We'll see. There's better attack from the Japanese. I'm not sure that's gonna penetrate. So despite all this complete air control, Just not bombing the shit out of them yet. Obviously need some more bombers over there long term. Okay, better paratroopers for D-Day. And yeah, let's do that. Little extra defense, little extra breakthrough, can't hurt. One of the things I should do is probably make a specific D-Day theater. So the Italian theater is actually going to be Normandy. We're going to call it the French theater. And
Ready.
we'll have the main forces, you.
Ready, sir.
Then you guys should take priority. Who's going to command? Do we have anyone that's good at mechanized? No, not really. So Connor's seen some action. Cunningham hasn't. Now you're good with foot infantry. That's not at all we want. Wavell. Good old Archie Wavell. And we got somebody attacking, so we probably want maximum aggression. So I think Cunningham's the job for that. Maximum aggression. Let's give you guys a cooler color. White it is.
Yes, sir.
You'll go into that command. The French theater has priority. Pacific. And over the home theater.
Yes, sir.
Okay. We're going to stop training for now just because we need the equipment. Too bad. And even if you guys come in as raw recruits in France, we'll stomach it. Okay. Oh, we got some subs hanging out here, so I'll put you on anti-sub duty for now. The other things, new. Okay. Let time roll. The biggest issue is our fleet's cooped up here in Singapore, but we have to rely off the British Malayans to repair our ships. And that's an issue because they only have a few dockyards. So they can only repair 3 ships at a time, of which 3 of those are battleships that are not gonna, really matter too much. If we could just get, actually, there's only a few destroyers that are damaged. So we'll take that back. We're gonna send you guys out. This could be a bit risky, of course. So you're going out, but Royal Oak's staying. York's on 63%. You're staying. And then you crappy little destroyers get to stay because you're not going to tip the tide of balance. There's no reason for you to go out there and get sunk. So Valiant's going to have some issues. But we're going to go out there and keep trying to contest the Japanese. Okay. Caught a small Japanese fleet. That'll probably completely wreck them. Lost some swordfish. What are we short on? Complaining about aluminum. Okay. 7 destroyers and a light cruiser down like that. Nice. Okay. Took another Japanese submarine down. Down to 215 ships. How many dockyards do they have? About 50. Okay, U.S. nearly doubling them. So there's no way the U.S. should lose the ship race. Even if they just trade 1-for-1, they're fine. And I'm over here helping with the fleet. And you know what? Now I'm not gonna. I was thinking about sending a bunch of carriers over there. Oh, the Kriegsmarine came out to play. Well then, shoot. You don't matter. Go, go, go. That was a pretty bad loss.
Listen up.
Thank God all my troops got ashore before that loss, though. But, okay. Start training. Convoys. Yeah, Batavia is just so damn rough. But if we can get complete supremacy in here. Okay,
Yes, sir.
gun repaired. That was dumb, they pulled their commander. Enemies, enemies. Okay, took another convoy down. Another convoy. Another convoy. Ah, here comes their next wave. Yep, those guys are gonna get mollywopped. Britannia rules the waves. Good. Okay. So you notice I was probably sitting on a good chunk of naval experience. Well, here's the reason why I wanted to get it cheap. So what are we doing? Carriers? Submarines, too. Very effective against the Japanese. And we also need convoy escorts. Well, we'll do that for now. Look at our next one. Cheaper cruisers. No. Maybe. That would help with getting the next terrapins. We don't need any of those. Yeah, let's do that. It's basically, everything hinges on, of course, Europe for now. If we can make sure things are stabilized in Europe,
Ready, sir.
there's no way in heck the Japanese will take over the world. Now, they can run rampant for a bit, but they're not gonna take over everything. You're in a fight. Which fight are you in? You're up here. Oh yeah, you're massacring some destroyers. Well, that's good. Anything that just, keeps bringing their fleet count lower. Follow Moscow. Oh, that's not good. So basically, it's my subs come out, their convoy escorts come out, my big fleet comes in, starts gunning the crap out of their convoy escorts. Is the sequence of events. So okay, lost some convoys. Well, here's a small Kriegsmarine fight. Looking at things. Oh. Well, we want to have a fight over France. Yes, please. It's real easy for me. Yeah, you're good enough to fight. Okay. Okay. See how many more destroyers you can wreck in the meantime. That's 8 destroyers down, 9 destroyers down, and we're going to finish them off. Yes, we did. There's 10 destroyers down. And Eric Raider with his submarines. Okay. Down a sub, there was some naval bombing. Let's go back to that fight over here. Still massacring more Japanese destroyers. Good. So I don't know what happened to their main battle fleet. I don't know if they took off or... This is not looking good, though. They're really reinforcing the crap out of that. Destroyers. 14 destroyers down in that fight. That's a good one. Then we're going after another destroyer. Got him. Are you out of the fight for a second? Yes, you are. Does anyone need to go repair? No, not really. Because in contested sea zones, you want to be really careful about telling ships to go peel off and repair by themselves, because that can just make them complete targets. And Greece holds on. Not much going on there. Moscow's fallen. Approaching St. Petersburg. Yeah, no. The Soviets are going to be done for, so we're going to have to go save the day. I'm also going to have to bomb the hell out of the channel here. To make sure we've got room. Ah, putting up their fighters to play. Okay, that's good. The other fighter squadrons we need to start training. Yep. Yep. Anything else? Nope, we're good. To start training. Hunting down more destroyers and convoys. Japanese Navy. Let's take a look at their fleet count numbers. 193. Okay, down to 113 destroyers. 215 by the American count. Americans still have all their carriers. Japanese have 7 out of 8 of their starting carriers. So even just taking down a bunch of destroyers over and over again is important, because then they're going to run out of these and their convoys are just going to get completely wrecked. Speaking of convoys getting completely wrecked, how is your convoy count? Your convoy count is... trains. Oh, there they are. Got about maybe 400 convoys, so that can definitely happen. Okay, 2 U-boats down, another 2 U-boats down, 3 U-boats down. Okay. So everyone's going to the Atlantic convoy defense, of course. Oh, submarines from Home Command. Yeah. you're gonna get shipped to the Pacific Ocean in a second. And actually, that would probably be an excellent use of a tech slot, unlocking better submarines. Because the Japanese are having fits already with these guys, the tier 2s. Once we start throwing the tier 3s out there, that'd be great. Okay, need more fighters over here. Contesting both areas. The problem is if I move too much over, they're just gonna all go to the other spot. But oh, you're here, you're doing nothing. You can make sure you're clear with naval bombing for now. Okay. These are looking okay. Let's check the Pacific. Swordfish. Japanese destroyer down. More Japanese destroyers down. That was a good fight. 14 Japanese destroyers down there. Another 2 there. Fall of Stalingrad. So we need to take a real hard look here at our options.
Listen up!
You guys, how short on good equipment are we? Pretty short. 345. Okay, almost to 1 a day. You need some real go-getters. We're going backwards on artillery. That's okay. And honestly, our Bren count is completely, probably fine. So let's fix that. So we're going to go 5 there, 5 there, 5 there. Actually, let's go. Okay. Need to accomplish that. Got a whole bunch of those guys in reserve. So that's what we're doing. Holy chromium. Okay. Not bad. Over here. Okay. Take that. Then. Is that enough? Oh my god, right on the money. Okay. So. So what we're trying to do is really just get this count up, because this is what's going to matter. That's what our divisions are. That's what we would like. What? Oh, it's Liberia. I was like, the United States is part of the faction. What are they doing? So be careful looking quickly. 2 more Japanese destroyers down along with 5 convoys. This is starting to look a little hairy here.
Yes, sir!
We're holding on to Brunei, which is what matters. We're getting ready to engage their big fleet. You're a completely wrecked destroyer. Get out of there. You too. You too. So we'll see. I think they just gave us the slip. Yes, they did. Because they ended up there with terrible weather. Okay. So let's take a look at those numbers again. How many days do you think? 273, 402, 441 on the medium tank destroyer. How come the medium tank destroyer is taking so long? There's only 1 of them. It's helpful part old artillery I get. Luckily, with all those Bren carriers in reserve, I mean, we should be fine. There's no way we're going to run through like 6,000 of them. Okay. So we really just need the time for the efficiency. Of course, time is what's running low here. Lone Bird's destroyer somehow managed to show up there. Probably one of the guys I sent to repair. Okay. Well, that was nice. 11 German destroyers down. So what's your naval count looking like, buddy? Down to 40. Do you even have any destroyers left? You do. You have 17 destroyers. So they seem to be building destroyers. And they build some submarines from time to time, and that's about it. So actually... You guys are training. So they've actually got a pretty good Atlantic wall here. So, to be safe... There's Dunkirk. There's Calais. I think we'll be fine there. And this is why I didn't want to get rid of my fighter count. Because there's one thing when I was fighting before over our territory, you get bonuses to that. But when you're fighting over enemy territory, it's a little bit more difficult. So there are 2.6k fighters. We're at 8.2k. So of course we've got a significant advantage there, but I want to keep their numbers driven low. Because I'm going to need to be able to cover multiple zones here. See if you can go over there and help. We've got some Italian fighters here too. So we'll say at least that air fight has started for control of the air over France, which is going to be so dang important. Things are getting a bit rough on Borneo. Those are the Japanese fleet carriers. Where are our guys? Hunting for whatever the heck's there. Okay. Okay, at least we're making, what, 4.3 of those self-propelled guns a day. That should be rising pretty quickly. And you know what? Let's get those first 2 terrapins out. And in fact, I think we're going to cancel the 5th and 6th Marine Division and stick with the first 4. Reason being, they will be much sooner to be completed. In fact, if we... Let's take a look at think. Make an 8 a day. That deficit should be cured in 41 days. Okay. We're gonna try to rush this out. You know what they say about
Ready to move.
rushing things, but I don't think the Soviets have much more time in them, and we want to try to save them. So who's going to be our naval commander? Want the highest attack possible. I think Archie Wavell might be our guy. What the heck? You got a Polish leader with a 4411. That's a level 1 leader. If you use that guy, he'd rank up so stinking fast, it's not even funny. Like a 5232, and that's a level 1 French leader. That's crazy. Yeah, I'm not using that. That's cheap. I'll use a nice British commander. Alright, Archie Wavell, you're in. And we train in there. So where's going to be the place to go? Where's going to be the place to go? You know what? Calais and Dunkirk. We're going for it. So you're not going there. You're going.
Yes, sir.
And because of that, stage all the other guys there.
Move out. Move out.
Actually, I'll just go to Portsmouth.
Move out. Yes, sir.
Now, the airborne troops. Because we're taking here. What would be good objectives? Lille. Basically, we need sweep in here, and then what, come into Paris? I mean, just basically make a big encirclement, net as many troops as we can. They've got the entire coast defended, which is an issue. They do not have coastal forts there, so that's good. Can I see the German? Oh, it's the Atlantic Wall. We're going just before they get the Atlantic Wall up. That's going to be good timing on our part.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's go.
Orders.
You two. Naval invasion with floating harbor behind. Straight on to Calais.
Commands.
Straight on to Dunkirk. Now the problem is, and what may screw me up, is when you tend to do these invasions, you tend to do it much broader. In fact, I am going to do it broader. So we may use Calais Dunkirk as the diversion, and then have other positions go in, like in particular here in Normandy.
All in.
So I'm actually going to do that. I just
Ready, sir.
hearing that out loud sounds good. So you four go right there. Okay.
All in.
You guys right there. And what, Le Havre and Dieppe? Or even here, farther to the west, just to make sure we make landfall. So we need 1 bombardment group, 2 bombardment groups. Now, yeah, we're just going here. And here. Okay, so it's, how long is it going to take you to plan? It's going to take you only 17 days. It's going to take you 7 days. Okay. So we need 1 more bombardment group because we need there, 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 and there. So where's the home battle fleet? Okay, hello home battle fleet. You're going to make a contribution. Well, use the Queen Elizabeth and 4 crappy destroyers. You're going to come here with that, turn that off. Take a look over here. Lost a sub, took out some convoys, took out a Japanese destroyer. Oh, we've met again, but we are running for our lives. Interesting. They're going hard on the Royal Sovereign. Oh yeah, this could be bad. We're probably losing a battleship or 2 out of that. So after we make the invasion, we can send a whole bunch of fleets to the Pacific. But just not yet. Yeah. They're definitely giving it to us. I have no clue where the heck the American fleet's at. But some other time. Oh, what did we lose? Valiant down. I think we're about to lose Royal Sovereign also. I think it was Force Z that the British sent over to Singapore that just got massacred. So we're recreating Force Z right here. Not doing that hot there, Toby. Very bad fight for us. 2 battleships down, 8 destroyers, massacred some carrier fighters, but not nearly enough to justify that. So that was a bad fight. Okay. So let's take a look, and you're all gonna go on. Why the hell would you be set on never repair? You guys are going home right now to repair. So the siege of Singapore continues. Turning back to our attention on the Atlantic here. Okay. The air battle of France continues.
Yes, sir. Ready, sir.
Okay, 4 tank divisions will have 4 more. These guys are going to be desperately short on equipment, though. I was hoping I'd have a bit longer to launch this, but with the Soviet Union just having issues, we've got to open up a Western Front or they're going to be dead. They may be dead anyway. But I at least want to try. 46. Oh yeah, we're still kicking their butt on planes big time. They're down to 2.5k fighters. That means there's a bunch of little countries helping out here with the fighter count. Yeah. See, Italy's got about 350. Hungary's got some there. Yep, Romania, Bulgaria. Yeah. So it's a whole little Axis effort. So. Labels preparing. Oh, wait. You guys can stop training. You're good enough. We got to figure out where, though. Okay, so you need to go to your airfield. And then give you paradrop plans. Training time. Special Forces, Hot Acclimatization, Supply Grace. That is probably a big one. Don't think we'll need that. Might need better tanks. I doubt it. More places to construct. That's the most important, actually. Okay. And yes, I could have done it earlier, but one of the house rules I make is I don't research a tech more than 1 year ahead of time, just because it forces me to play better. Building all the Indian things. What are we looking at? What are we looking at? Think. Got our different fleets.
Orders.
Got our tanks. Those fresh tanks are going to need to be ready to go regardless. You know what? That's what I should do. Make you guys get a little more mech so you're a little sturdier. And we've got tons of Bren. Yeah, it only takes an extra 960 mech. We got plenty, so great, we'll do that. Of course, it's going to hit their
Ready, sir.
recruitment levels, but that's okay. Still plenty of mechanized in the bank. Lost a sub.
Commands!
Well, they took down our division on Borneo. Now we're just holding Kuching. So what happens once you get surrounded? I mean, it's pretty hard. It's a minus 30% penalty. So, getting on with a desperate defense there. We need to help Australia, but we'll let Japan run rampant for a while. Hopefully, as long as we don't lose Singapore. If we lose Singapore, that's where shit gets real. Okay, 215 days behind. 315. 357. Now, of course, it's not quite true because we're increasing in efficiency, but it's definitely going to be a while.
Orders!
So what we're actually going to do... Now, see, it's all spreading you out evenly. That's okay. We'll have to go to France then.
Ready, sir!
Okay, paradrop plans. Seize the airfields. It's always a good strategy. So, that's the plan. Boop. There. Oh, we need to be closer, I guess? Hold on. Or wait, do we need transport planes there? Maybe that's why it's whining at me. Where are the transport planes? You can see how long it has been since I've done a paradrop, because they're not... Oh, okay, hold on.
Commands!
Okay, let's see if we can do it now. Paradrop. There. There we go. So we're going to seize that. Okay. Put some more planes there. And just start training some more back at home. So things are getting a little bit tense here, because we'll see, because if we fail to invade until after the Soviet Union goes down, I mean, Germany just gets repositioned all their troops. They have no commitments in the east. So, our objective is to get into France, then circle as many troops as possible, and just kind of get their count lower. Darn. So we did have the Germans complete decrypted, but then of course they've upped their game, so that caused it to become no longer decrypted. And also we do want that against the Japanese for bonuses, so we're going to keep both going for now. Another 2 subs down. You know what, we're going to break out to India to repair, just because there's much better port facilities there. In fact, that's a good thing to realize. So we can improve those port facilities in India. Should have been doing that before. That was a mistake on my part. Okay. Anyone out there in the waters a little bit? Okay. Okay. Give you the Atlantic Convoy Group to help protect this. You need to start training. Okay, you can go to the convoy group. Close enough. 2 submarines. We'll have you to hang back here for now. Well, that reminds me. We'll have you finish, you'll finish, you'll finish. But then we need some different ships in production. And actually, with my next text, go back to building some submarines. So those really play hell with the Japanese. But then in particular, we're going to want to get some better subs out there too. So next tech I have where I'm acting, I don't know what I want to make. Subs. Japanese historically were absolutely terrible at convoy defense. The American submarines just absolutely shredded them. Okay, so let's take a look at our timing of things. So how much longer until you get enough stuff? Let's look at that. Starter. Terrapin sends I only have... What? So are you just delivering the terrapins needed? Okay. So we're nearly there. Well, that's good. So that is a problem with the fight over France. The other problem with our armored divisions is they do not have the anti-aircraft guns. Neither do those guys. So our mechanized divisions do have anti-air guns, but they're going to be a little bit slow to get filled up. And so here's proof, our armored divisions don't. So ideally, they would have that, but we're just facing too much of a shortage right now. Okay. These are okay there, just hold the line. Quite nervous about this invasion. They're drawing closer to Leningrad, they've got pockets right there. I don't think the Soviets will be able to recover. Yeah, okay, they're all over the place. I can't even tell close to what they have or don't have. The Germans would have to transfer such an extreme amount of troops here to Europe. I doubt they're going to do that, but we'll see. But also, even if I do get ashore, not many Americans here to even help out. There's like 2 American divisions right there. There's a 3rd one. So, there's a few more, but not many. So I'd like to get to this point where we're going to be on the edge of D-Day, and then we'll launch it. There's our tanks. The Pacific. That's not here. Okay. Good to go on the Terrapins. That will probably play hell with my trade resources in a second. We'll see. Maybe not. So they're pouring in more and more planes there. This is completely open, so we'll have to divide up the bombers between both. So let's actually set those bombers right now while we're thinking about it. That's off. You get to go there. Actually, no, you're based out of there. What am I saying? You too. Training days are over. There. There's that. Actually, what the heck are the... Oh, that's a mistake. Got all you guys just sitting around here doing nothing. Whoopsie. Okay. You 4. Okay. Enemy agent. German. Interesting. Good. I'm going to be getting a bunch of extra German tech. Or intelligence. This is, of course, what I want, because I'm about to be invading them in 2 seconds. Okay. Oh, look at that. Germany's got about 500 divisions in the field. You know, that's what happens when you crank them up big time. And that's about 4.4 million, maybe 4.5 million. How many tank divisions is the real thing that matters? Oh, that's all over the place. Using worst case numbers, that's 11. Oh, there's a bunch there, a bunch there. Okay. Well, scared off the Germans. Did we literally just catch the same gal immediately after? Okay. So let's take a look. Everything's fine. You're going to be good to go. You're going to be good to go. Paratroopers are not going to drop in advance, though. That's the one difference we're going to make. And the reason for that is paratroopers in this game just are not very good when they get out in advance of things. It's unfortunate, but that's how that goes. Sending out our fleet for coastal bombardment. That's not the right location. That is the right location. You two. Wait, no. Okay, that's that covered. Covered. Okay. Well, I will end the video here, but in the next one, we begin our early D-Day in an attempt to try to save the Soviets. Catch you there.